All right, let's jump right into this explainer covering Gemini 3.5 Live Translate and its developer workflows. Look, if you've ever tried building real-time language translation into an app, you already know the absolute headache it usually involves. Historically, we've had to stitch together these super fragile pipelines, transcription, then text translation, then text-to-speech models, and they constantly break, they lag, or they just completely lose the context of what's being said. Well, today, we're unpacking a brand new architecture that replaces all of that heavy lifting with a single API called designed specifically for seamless speech-to-speech translation. We're going to break down exactly how this API works under the hood, and more importantly, how you can start integrating it into your own custom workflows right now.
And what's truly incredible right out of the gate here is the sheer scale we're talking about. We're looking at integrating real-time translation across 70-plus supported languages for both input and output directly through the API. Just think about the massive impact that has on your total addressable market as a developer. You aren't just supporting a few major dialects anymore or rolling out localized versions of your app one agonizing language at a time. You're instantly unlocking this massive global user base overnight with just one centralized integration point. It literally redefines what it means to build a globally accessible application from day one.
So, what exactly is it? Well, we define the Gemini 3.5 Live Translate API as a developer tool bringing Google Translate's real-time speech-to-speech capabilities directly to custom applications. For years, this kind of mind-bending translation power was strictly locked behind consumer apps, right? If you wanted it, you had to use their specific interface. But now, that exact same world-class engine is being handed directly to you. No more managing those complex machine learning pipelines, running up massive cloud compute bills, or, settling for that laggy robotic voice output. You literally just call the API, pass the audio stream, and let the model do the heavy lifting.
Okay, so how do we actually use this in practice? Let's look at the first workflow, live dubbing browser tabs. This is a highly sought-after use case for things like content consumption, remote learning, and digital accessibility. We're essentially taking the audio directly from a web environment and making it universally understood for any user, regardless of what language the original video or audio stream was recorded in. It's just a perfect example of taking a really complex problem and solving it with a totally streamlined developer approach.
The workflow here is brilliantly straightforward. First, your application targets the raw audio source, playing inside a specific browser tab. Second, you open a stream of that captured audio and send it directly to the Gemini API. And finally, the API returns the translated audio output in real time. In fact, in the core demonstration of this technology, a developer streams a Google I/O keynote that was originally spoken entirely in Hindi. The API processes that stream and flawlessly outputs the translated audio right back into the browser for the user in English. And it does this without any noticeable lag or disruption to the video playback. It's super impressive.
Now, moving on to the second workflow, translating live presentations. This solves that age-old, extremely expensive logistical nightmare of presenting to an international audience. Imagine you're hosting a massive global webinar or a huge live conference where your audience speaks dozens of different languages. Relying on human interpreters for every single language or forcing your attendees to download some clunky third-party translation software, that creates massive friction and sky-high event costs.
So here's how the API handles that exact scenario flawlessly. As a speaker, you use your custom application to create a new session, which immediately starts capturing audio directly from your microphone. Your app then generates a simple URL or a QR code, and that right there is the magic moment for the user experience. Attendees literally just scan that code on their phones, join the session, and instantly start listening in their preferred language. No expensive headsets, no physical translator booths required. You just speak one language at the podium, and a room of 1,000 people hears you in 50 different languages simultaneously.
But, none of this really matters if the model gets confused the second a speaker goes off script. And that brings us to the seamless language switch. This is the underlying mechanism that makes all of this feel like absolute magic, where the model really flexes its true engineering muscle for unpredictable live environments. Because let's be real, in the real world, people don't always speak in perfectly isolated single-language sentences, especially in international business settings. Imagine what happens during a chaotic live event. An attendee joins the session and is happily listening to your app's translated output in English. Suddenly, the live speaker intentionally starts switching things up, going from speaking Japanese, seamlessly transitioning into German, and then switching again to Sinhala. Traditionally, a translation API would immediately crash, throw an error, or just start outputting complete gibberish. But here, the model automatically recognizes every single language switch on the fly based entirely on context. The English output for a user just continues, completely uninterrupted. And this highlights the ultimate developer takeaway here. I don't have to configure anything. Think about the massive UI friction and front-end state management headaches this just completely removes from your plate. You don't have to build clunky drop-down menus forcing the speaker to manually declare their input language before they start talking. You don't have to write complex, error-prone logic to handle those midstream language swaps. The API just listens, understands the context of the spoken words, identifies the new language, and translates it flawlessly. Furthermore, the actual quality of the translation output is really striking. Traditional translation pipelines often sound super robotic, forced, and incredibly disjointed because they literally have to wait for complete sentences before translating word by word. This creates a really awkward, delayed audio experience. But with Gemini 3.5 Live Translate, there is absolutely no choppiness and no artificial pauses injected into the stream. It flows like completely natural language, delivering a smooth, human-like cadence that actually keeps listeners engaged with the content rather than distracted by the technology. Okay, so how about accessing the API today? Because honestly, the best part of this entire deep dive is that this isn't just theory, and it isn't some white paper promising features years down the road. This architecture is available for you to start building with right now. You can take the concepts we've discussed and immediately start integrating them into your current stack. Developers can jump directly into the Gemini API and AI Studio today to start coding these live dubbing and presentation workflows. You have full access to start experimenting with the stream. But hey, if you want to experience the power of the model firsthand before you even write a single line of code, there are consumer access points available right now too. You can test the exact same underlying model out by connecting any pair of headphones to the Google Translate app on iOS or Android, or you can look out for this technology rolling out in a private preview on Google Meet. So, we've covered the completely frictionless API integrations, the seamless multi-language switching that saves you from front-end state management nightmares, the incredibly natural voice output, and the sheer power of having 70-plus languages right at your fingertips. With this kind of real-time translation superpower now available via a simple API call, the only question left to ask is, what are you going to build to connect the world?